Welcome to the Epson SureColor S-Series training video. This video will cover the control panel. To power on the printer, press the power button located on the top left of the control panel. The pause and cancel shortcut is located on the top right of the control panel and can be used to pause or cancel any job. The maintenance shortcut is located on the right-hand side of the control panel, with a nozzle check being the first option. By running a nozzle check, the printer will print a line pattern to identify if any of the nozzles on the print head are clogged. The next option in the maintenance shortcut is to run a cleaning, either all nozzles or selected nozzles. You can go in and select the nozzles that you have identified with your nozzle check and run a light, medium, or heavy cleaning based on the results. Once you have initiated a cleaning, the control panel will display a cleaning status bar indicating the percent completed. The next item on the maintenance shortcut menu is ink circulation. This option should be used if there has been a significant gap in usage of the S-Series printer. Please note that your S-Series printer will do automatic ink circulations. However, this menu option will allow you to force a manual ink circulation. On the S50 and S70 machines, you will have the option of the white and metallic silver ink refresh. This option should be used when you notice uneven colors or areas of uneven density when printing in white or metallic silver inks. Next within the maintenance shortcut menu is head washing. A head washing requires you to have cleaning cartridges and will completely drain the printer and recharge the ink system. You should only do this in extreme cases of head clogging where normal cleanings will not recover the nozzles. You may choose to wash any of the individual channels, head 1, head 2, or both. After head washing is the head maintenance menu option. This option will be covered in a separate video called S-Series Maintenance. The last option in the maintenance menu is to reset the waste ink counter. The printer will usually prompt you to drain the waste ink bottle, but if you choose to empty it at another time, you can manually reset the counter in this menu. The feed media shortcut is located in the center of the control panel and used to feed media to the cut position, as well as rewind or feed media forward. The media feed shortcut can also be used to perform a manual feed adjustment while printing of plus or minus 5% to adjust for banding. This can be particularly useful in low-pass print modes. The media setup shortcut is located on the left side of the control panel, with media remaining being your first option. Select on to display and record the amount of media remaining. If media remaining is on, the printer will prompt you for the media length remaining every time you load or reload media. If the remaining setup is set to on, you may go into length and choose the length of your roll from 5 to 999.5 meters. You can also tell the printer to alert you when your media reaches a certain minimum length. You may also choose to have the printer print a sheet telling you the remaining length of the roll and the date printed. This is particularly useful when switching between different media and keeping track of the remaining media lengths for rolls not on the printer. Both the select media and customized setting options will be covered in a separate video called Loading Media. The Print Media list will allow you to print out a list of the current medias programmed into your S-Series printer and the settings for each of those medias. On the bottom right of the control panel, you will find the shortcut for printer temperature settings. In this shortcut, you can set the temperature for the pre, platen, and post heater. In the top left of the main control panel, you will see a status indicator. Directly below that are the temperatures for the pre, platen, and post heaters, the number of the media settings selected, as well as the platen gap, width, and length of the current media, and finally at the bottom, the levels of ink in your S-Series printer. Within the menu button, you may gain access to all available printer settings, including those already covered by shortcuts, such as media setup. The second option within the main menu is Printer Setup. Here you can set the side margin from the right from 3 to 25 millimeters, from the left from 3 to 25 millimeters. Print Start Position will allow you to tell the printer where to start the print job from 0 to 800 millimeters from the home position. Media Size Check will tell the printer to check automatically the size of the media when it is loaded into the machine. Media End Check keeps track of the end of the roll during print jobs. And Media Skew Check will tell the printer to automatically check for skewing when loading the media into the printer. Please note you may need to turn Media Size Check, Media End Check, and Media Skew Check off when printing on some clear or non-standard materials. The Auto Nozzle Check feature will allow you to tell your printer to print a nozzle check pattern every 1 to 10 pages, after which the automatic sensor will identify any clogged nozzles. If the automatic sensor does identify any clogged nozzles, you may tell the printer to continue printing or stop printing. Print Nozzle Pattern is similar to the Auto Nozzle Check, where it prints a test pattern but does not check it with the automatic sensor. Schedule periodical cleanings to be light, medium, or heavy. Cleaning cycle will automatically run a cleaning per 1 to 10 pages as you set it in the control panel. You may also set how long the heater stays on after the printer has been idle. Head mode is only an option in the S50 and S70 machines. The default is 2-head mode, and we recommend you leave it as is unless you have a service issue with one of your printheads. If you do have a service issue, you may set it to head 1 or head 2 to continue printing, but please note you will be printing at a slower speed. The last option in the Printer Setup menu is to restore the default settings. The Maintenance menu option provides the same choices as the Maintenance shortcut covered earlier in this video. The Ink Level menu will allow you to see the current ink levels in your S-Series printer that can also be seen on the home screen. The Print Logs menu will allow you to print a job log sheet, as well as allow you to show the total number of prints performed on your S-Series printer. The Printer Status menu option will allow you to print a status sheet. This sheet will list recent jobs performed on the printer and certain details including the document name, job state, paper used, and amount of ink used. And view My Epson Printer Status. Please note that this has been disabled in the United States and Canada. You may also view your current firmware version. To optimize your S-Series, please be sure to always have the most updated firmware. In the Network Setup menu, you may view your current IP settings. Please note that by selecting Panel, you can set your own IP address, but we recommend you use EpsonNet config from a computer to set your printer's IP address. It is also recommended that you set a static IP address for your printer so it doesn't lose connectivity with your RIP software. In the Network Setup menu, you may also set Bonjour to on or off, as well as print a print status sheet. This will print a network status sheet, listing the details of your S-Series network, hardware and software details, as well as the serial number for your printer. And lastly, you can restore your default network settings. In the Preference menu, you can set the date and time, select your language, set your unit length measurements in meters or feet or inches, your temperature settings, Celsius or Fahrenheit, Alert settings can be set to off if you do not want to hear a buzzer when there is a printer error, and your alert lamp settings to on or off. The last selection in the menu is if you would like to restore all your settings to the default factory settings. To view similar instructional videos or to learn more about our S-Series printers, please visit proimaging.epson.com.